and lost 2. Only 6 points covered 3rd to 9th places in Division 1. Reading had 7 matches to play. Easter would be decisive. But next, Reading reserved a warm welcome for a returning manager. Well, the visit of West Ham had been eagerly awaited. Steve Coppell kept faith with Dean Morgan and Dave Kitson up front. Commentary from Ross Dyer.
Well, the banners are out. For neutrals, they might seem a little excessive or somewhat unnecessary. They are meant simply to unnerve Reading's ex-leader and make him feel as unwelcome as possible back in a stadium where for 4 years they adored him. Well, he felt that he had a better chance with West Ham of getting into the Premiership. They lie 5 places, just 3 points better off than Reading. It's too tight to call in and amongst the playoffs. So possession, as that man knows, is 9/10 of the law. It came off Zamora. Rio Coca, first touch let him down, and Graham Murty, as ever, sniffing around to prize the ball away. Etherington. Gillingham found out what he could do with the ball at his feet last week, and he's been sent over by Stephen Sidwell. Free kick has been called. Etherington got away from Brooker, not Sidwell. Well, John Harley's made his mark from range before, and Reading will worry about his left foot being behind this. 2 men in the West Ham wall. It's not Harley, it was Harewood, who cleverly brought a response from Jamie Ashdown. Reading's goalkeeper, who looks a natural just 4 games into his recent tenure in place of Marcus Harneman. It was a good shift to immobilise the wall, but Jamie Ashdown's flying palms were in the way. Murty. His turn brought him a second or 2 away from Zamora. Morgan held that up well, under challenge from Melville, and then Sidwell went over the top and earns the free kick. Sidwell was sent off last Saturday. Solako's hit, and I think it took the flick off Repka. I'm not sure the Czech really knew about the destination of the ball after he made contact. Murty picks it up, and Murty will strike, spilled by the goalkeeper, Kitson! A double save from Stephen Bywater. And Dave Kitson is denied on the follow-up. Graham Murty, you could see exactly what he was going to do with that. Goalkeeper, not convincing, but second time of asking. He stood up, reacting quickly. Was Kitson offside as well from the original strike? Possibly, yes. Zamora. It's been a couple of years since he scored against Reading, and he might have picked out Connolly, who was a few inches away from opening the scoring. Called for the ball, pinpoint delivery, got there first ahead of Jamie Ashdown, but there was enough attention from the goalkeeper to put him off. Now check the substitution board, because I think, unless I or indeed Marlon Harewood is mistaken, that he's being substituted inside the opening half hour. His reaction suggests he's clearly not injured, but Alan Pardew, who is fond of, shall we say, arcane tactics, is about to withdraw the First Division's leading scorer in place of a man who hasn't yet netted for West Ham. Peter Grant unable to offer an explanation to West Ham's star man. Adam Nowland is on, and Alan Pardew clearly sees something he doesn't like, as does Marlon Harewood. Still getting a talking to from Peter Grant, and he will have to find a space on that bench to warm his legs for the rest of the afternoon. Morgan. Daly at his back. Good distribution to Murty. He's tried to find him again, and it might run all the way through. Kitson! Advantage Reading! Dave Kitson scores for the first time at the Madejski against the club's former manager. Inquiry for Alan Pardew there. Christian Daly made absolutely no attempt to challenge for the ball forward. He was keeping an eye on Dean Morgan. Andy Melville was supposed to be doing the same to Dave Kitson. The reality is, though, not close enough. Slow off the mark, deceived by the curve and the bounce of the ball, and Dave Kitson must take credit for reaching it. Once he'd done that, it was just a toe poke. Physical challenge from Repka and Hughes, and Sidwell now involved, and even Lloyd Owusu. Thomas Repka brings with him a reputation which is well deserved. Hardly ever does a match pass off without incident involving that man. And the name will be taken. He got himself in all sorts of bother at Upton Park last week against Gillingham. Harper, missed by everyone. Kitson! Oh my word! 2-0, and Dave Kitson has done it either side of half-time. Straight from the foul and the indiscretion from Thomas Repka. But if the first goal showed good striking reactions, then that one proves they are purely instinctive. Uncertainty in West Ham's box soon put to rest with one crippling swing of Dave Kitson's boot. And he's discovering just how you win your home fans over. Hutchison, good head. Dean. Back to Dean. Rio Coca trying to join in. Cross is decent. Flick from Ingemarson. And at the back stick was Bobby Zamora, who was some way off. West Ham need a resurgence soon, though. Steve Coppell just asked his fans to remember Alan Pardew isn't on the field today, and to get behind the 11 who are for Reading. He's got serious problems in this match. Daly's head. Sidwell did well to lean in and win it over Carrick, and Kitson has sprayed it beautifully into the path of Solarco, who had the chance to take it on a more direct route. They still look bothered, don't they? Kevin Dillon and Steve Coppell must sense that the whistle is close. More proud flags being shown now. They have a positive way of channeling it as well towards Dave Kitson and to their Reading team. West Ham slipped to a defeat that perhaps was written in the manager's stars. Alan Pardew had the perfect chance to emphasise his move to the East End was the right one, but in a sense it was a game where his motivation was outnumbered by those sporting the blue and white of Reading. Dave Kitson makes a Medeski name for his scoring talents with two excellently taken goals. They were enough. 2-0 the score, and Alan Pardew's fleeting return is a futile one.
You know, it was a good performance. I've been asking for a sort of level of performance. It's one of the things I always harp on about for teams. I think if you can get a level of performance, then the points will just come. And I think today one led to the other. I thought you know, for the first half an hour in the first half, we were good. We were good at what we do, and that was important.
Well, obviously it's been a big day for Reading, and they was well hyped up for it, and the players were well hyped up for it. And they always want to make a statement against the old manager, and you know, they played above themselves today. They were terrific, and you know, we've lost 3 games where we've not really entered the battle and taught on the grips what this first division's about. I mean, we've been in it long enough now to know what it means, but in this running it gets even more intense, and it's my job to make sure that next time we enter a game like that we're better.
Use the psychology, though, of what Alan Pardew said about Reading, though. I believe there's some interesting notes on your changing room wall.
There are. It hurt a little bit, if we're honest. He said we've got an easy running starting with Reading, and West Ham are now better than the team we took to the playoffs last year. Fair enough, that's what he thinks. We might have just proved him wrong there.
Absolutely. What about this goal scorer next to you?
He was superb. I think when he came, he was struggling a little bit for fitness, but he's worked really, really hard and he deserved them goals. He was superb today.
Dave Kitson, how much did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was fantastic. Picked a good day for it, you know, sell-out crowd. West Ham coming to the Medeski, and you know, it was just fantastic for us. For myself personally, good to get a couple of goals and win again.
He's a great physical animal, you know, 6'3", he's got pace, left foot, right foot. He's got an awful lot going for him, you know, and I just hope that it's not unfulfilled potential and it actually shows itself consistently over the coming years for this club.
You know, we had players who should play a level above the play today. It's not been a good day for us, but in some ways it's been the perfect day for Reading.